Hello, my name is Seksan and we're here from Group 14. I'm here with Alexi, my group member. Today we will be presenting our final project for cprg 306 WebDev 2. Our project is called Anime World List, a web page made for avid anime watchers to have a look at a large catalog of anime shows. It also includes a function for users to be able to save an anime of their choosing to a few lists. One list would be a watching list for anime that they're currently watching, a watch list for anime that has been finished, and a list for future shows that the users are planning to watch. As for the presentation of the webpage and codes, Alexi will be covering the back-end API and its implementations, while I will be covering the front-end and development processes.
This is Alexi of Group 14. I'll be showing the API related components, functionalities for our project, Anime World List. So if we get clear, we can go to an anime thing fetched from the API. Takes us to a specific page that shows the title, the score, and the synopsis that's all fetched from the API itself. Here we can also search a specific thing from the API, which will return and specified anime from the API. If we head over to my list, we can search an anime name that shows us matches from the API, or we can search from genre. So, for example, if we pick action, it will show us anime that shows us action. That's action routine. If you also click here, it shows the score, genres. So now we'll head over to the internal components. This API is quite more complicated to use, in which it has a specific port policy that prevents it from client to server requests. So because of that, we have to create a specific Route.js to create a client-side page component. This will allow us to actually access the API title, access the API, so we can access the title, synopsis, genres, and pictures. We need a client ID, which has to be registered from the my API website, so we can actually be able to use this API and this header. This is required for the access of the API. Next, we will head over to our dashboard and the anime page that's taken. This is the page that's shown when we click on the anime in the main thing. To here, we fetch the anime of a desired. We have error catching, just in case if there's an error with the anime details. Here, it will display a specific like title, mean, and the genre element that's fetched from the API, shown here. Next, we'll go to the list. Here, this is the part that's shown when you search something in this list. So we have the response that's fetched. It will fetch the anime details, returns the ID, the title, synopsis. We'll also can return if there's nothing. Same here. The images, also if there's nothing, and catch errors. This part up to here. So here we'll display R. It will show us the mean, the genres, that's mapped and joined, and the synopsis. So this about concludes the API parts. of our anime project.
Now for the front end stuff, we've got the landing page. Landing page is important because it's the first page that will be seen by, well, any visitor. So you want to make it nice and colorful, nice and pop. Put some cool shows on here, some cool, unique ones. Now, for the functionality of the page itself, you really only got, I want to say two. Pretty sure two. You got the search function and the fetch from the API. Yeah, that's about it for the page. Look here. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, you got the fetch, and, and then you got the. That's not it. Right here. The handle submit to search for the or a particular anime that you're looking for. Rest is CSS. Now we did cap the limit because we tried to put an infinite amount of catalog on the main page, but it it was getting broken. Something was just wrong with it. So that's why we had to cap it. Unfortunate. Well, that's just how it goes. Now, cool thing we kind of added too was the navigation bar. With going back and forth on the list, maybe browsing, you want to see some cool pictures, you know, it could get a little bit tedious, especially if we decide to add more functionality up here, like a review, for example, or like a, you know, your own anime or your own manga list kind of thing. It could get very, very cluttered. So that's why it's a good thing to have a navigation bar, just a bar full of links to the other parts of the web page. All right. Next, we got the login. Login, you need was protected by Firebase and you need GitHub. And the reason why we don't have it for the main page is because it's a more casual kind of a style for a website. So we don't want to lock people out of viewing the catalog just because they're not a member or they don't have a sign in. No, it's for casual. The sign in is for the list itself. This is the function of the main function of the web application. Now, you won't be able to access this even if you try to. Let's see. Wonder if that works. Okay. All right. Dashboard list. It's completely protected. Now, once you sign in, you'll be greeted by the list page. Now, this page is for, well, your own list. You make this list. There's nothing here right now, but there's three categories: watching, watch, and future, which is the one you plan on to watching. Now, when you search for an anime, go back to search here. You can search by name or by genre. Name, genre. Yo, name, Bleach, right here. Or you can go by genre. You go romance. Boom. I wonder what that anime is about. Yeah. So once you search it up, you can add it to your waiting list, your watch list, or your finished list. Now, watching for watching. You get the idea. Then, once you finish watching it, you put it on to watched. Or, if you don't want to watch anymore, remove them. Nice and easy. Your very own anime list. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's about it. Go check the dashboard. Oh, here. Page.